guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's the best day of my life. Like the literal best day of my life, because Chandler Morrison's new book arrived. This is American Narcissus. It comes out May 14th. Had to double check myself there. It comes out May 14th and he sent me an ARC, and listen, I don't want to think about it too much because I'll throw up, but I am so excited to read this. And when I asked you guys what you want to see on my channel, the overwhelming majority was reading vlogs, just like reading books and giving you my thoughts as I'm reading them, which I do a lot on my channel. I like doing them because I like talking about a book as I'm reading it and giving you my thoughts, because sometimes my thoughts and opinions change from the start of the book to the end of the book, and sometimes like a concise review doesn't allow me to really elaborate on that too much. So yeah, sometimes I'll read 3 books in a video, 4 books in a video, sometimes I'll just do one. Today I'm just doing one because I don't think I'm more excited to read any book in the world more than, did I just speak English? I don't think I'm more excited to read any other book in the world than I am this one right now. If you've been here in 2024, you know that Chandler Morrison has become like my favorite author. My favorite book of February was Along the Path of Torment. My favorite book of March was Hate to Feel. Will this be my favorite book in April? Stay tuned to find out. Is it April? I'm really losing my damn mind today. It's April. So I am going to go start this. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I have a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I'm off work today, so perfect timing. I'm gonna go start this and then I'll get back to you. Hi, so it's time for an update because I have to leave in a little bit. So I got to chapter 9, which is on page 52 of my book. So far, I don't have like a ton of thoughts so far, but I am really liking it. And there's just something about his writing that makes me want to keep reading. Like it just flows really well, and I just want to keep going. But let me try to explain a little bit about this book, because we didn't really get into like a plot yet. You're just learning about all these different characters. There's a lot of different characters in this book. So you have Ryland, who works for an insurance company, and he's a terrible, sketchy man. He sleeps with a lot of women and does a lot of shady things. There's Arden, who just graduated from college with a degree in philosophy, and now he's home, and here he's like, I don't know, he thinks he did too much acid in college because he's like spaced out and he's like feeling really empty. He's kind of like a sad boy. Then there is his friend Baxter. He is like a stoner surfer. He's like addicted to porn, and he has unrealistic expectations when it comes to women, and he falls in love with a sex robot. And then Arden's sister, Tess, is like engaged to this author named Chandler, who wears sunglasses all the time. He's obviously like a very over-the-top, ridiculous, satirical version of himself. Basically, we know in the very beginning of the book that there are some wildfires that are burning. This takes place in Los Angeles. That's all that we know so far. Other than that, we're just kind of following each of these characters' lives and kind of what's been going on. They're all just like living in LA. Everyone's like hot and sad and lonely and rich, okay? I love hot, sad, rich, oh, and problematic. Hot, sad, rich, problematic, sad, lonely, depressed people are like my thing. They're not my thing in real life, but they're my thing in books. So, and then basically it's just like, you know, they're all looking for love in the wrong places, okay? That's what this book is about. I really like it so far. I think the characters are easy to keep separated. They're very, like, fully fleshed out. I don't ever question who he's talking about, which is an issue with a lot of books that have a lot of characters. It's like, if it's not done right, it's so hard to lose track of who you're reading about. And it's so hard for me to differentiate, like, okay, who is this? But this is like fully fleshed out. There's like 1,000 bookmarks in here that are falling out. Everyone's fully fleshed out. Everyone just, you know, feels real. I don't question it at all. I think it's really well done so far. I don't have much of an opinion other than I think it flows really well and I want to keep reading. I'm really interested in seeing what happens to these over-the-top, ridiculous, fucked up characters, and I will get back to you probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow. It's like 2 days later. Basically, you guys have been begging me to show Michelle, which is my pet tortoise, and you want me to vlog with her. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make this happen. So Michelle is here today. She's going to help me review this book. I'm still not done with it. I'm like a little more than halfway, but here's Michelle. She's wearing a diaper. I told her she can review books with me. The only rule that I have is that she does not poop on them, so she must wear the diaper, okay? If this is the most chaotic video you've ever seen in your life, welcome to my channel, because almost all of my videos are like this. So Michelle has some thoughts so far, but we'll get to her in a second. It's 2 days later, it's Saturday. I got to chapter 23, which is 153. So I'm a little bit more than halfway. Sorry, I have to keep watching Michelle. She keeps taking her diaper off. Just stay here, please. So far, it's just like a character-driven, kind of slow burn, like doesn't really have a genre. So you're following each character that I talked about in the beginning of this video and kind of their love interests and how they're trying to find love and connect with people while the city is like, or while the state of California is like burning to the ground, and you know, just like them trying to fill a void or an emptiness with people that they meet, and drugs and other rich people activities. So this fucking tortoise, where is she going? You gotta stay here, girlfriend. So yeah, that's all that this book is. I personally really like it so far because the types of books that I've been reading have been like slow burn, like literary fiction, kind of like plotless books lately. So that seems to be my thing. Like I was saying, you know, this book is a slow burn kind of character driven read so far, and I really like that personally. This is very easy to read. I need to keep reading. I need to find out what's going to happen, you know, despite all of the characters, and then you have like their love interests thrown in there, and they're all connected in a way, but I have never once been confused reading this book. I just feel like it's flowing very nicely. There's like one minor thing that I don't like about it so far, and it's not a big deal, but there are certain chapters where the characters kind of get into these like philosophical conversations, and I'm like, oh my god, this feels a little pretentious, but like, it's probably done on purpose. I don't know. But sometimes I'm just like, oh my god, shut up. That's just me as a person though. Michelle keeps taking her diaper off. But yeah, I do like some of the characters that were a little bit like funny and over the top satirical in the beginning. You do learn a lot more of their backstory and depth and like reasoning for the way that they are. And I really appreciate that. Like, his ability to make these horrible characters, I've said this before, but his ability to make these horrible characters, they're all like pretty terrible people, but you learn like what made them terrible, and you learn their trauma, their thoughts, and it brings them to life and makes them feel real. And I love that because you know, not everything is black and white. Like I was saying, it's sad rich people drama. It's not violent so far. Like, there's no violence, there's no gore, there's no nothing. It's very different from his other books, and I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know how the rest of the book is going to be, but so far, like, I just appreciate the fact that, like, his books don't really have a genre or like fit in with one specific genre, and I love that. I've really been liking that in books lately. Like, I don't want to ever put myself in a little box where I'm only known for one thing, and I think I appreciate other people that are that same way, because I don't know. I don't know. I could get into a whole tangent, and I'm not going to get into it. But yeah, I really appreciate that. I love that. But I think if you're looking for some like gory, crazy, like violent book, or I don't know. I don't know. If you're just looking for something fast-paced and crazy, you're probably not going to like this, if I'm being honest. I mean, hopefully you do, but yeah, I don't know if like horror readers are going to be into this, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm interested in seeing where this goes. You guys have been asking me to like vlog all the time and people are like, we want to see what you do during the day. What I do during the day is like literally nothing. I do chores, I freaking run errands, I take care of animals, I work, and like do YouTube and read. That's it. That's what I do. So yeah, I have to go to UPS, I have to go pick up my crazy pills at the pharmacy, I have to go grocery shopping, like literally nothing exciting. I did want to go get my blood work done today, but it's almost 10:30 and they close at freaking 11. I don't want to do anything. I want to finish this book and I want to be left the fuck alone. So anyways, oh yeah, Michelle has something to say. What's that, Michelle? You wanted to say something? Okay, so she does. Michelle, you keep taking your diaper off. I told you you're not allowed to take the diaper off. Michelle is getting very antsy. But Michelle is reading this book, and she said that there is one small animal cruelty scene so far with small animals, and she didn't like it. And she said she would appreciate it if he would not do that because it made her very sad, because she is a small animal and she's afraid of the person in this book who did that. But she said otherwise it's a great book so far. I finished the book. Whew, we need to talk. I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating right now. Also, my air conditioner is broken. That's probably why I'm sweating. Also, none of you told me how awful my hair looked earlier, and I feel very offended. But anyways, it's a few hours later. I just finished this book. Guys, I'm not even kidding when I say I literally can't lie. Like, it's so hard for me. Even if I wanted to lie about something, I couldn't do it because the way that I act would give it away. This book was perfect for me as a person. For who I am as a person, this book was perfect. If you've been here since the beginning of my channel, you know, first of all, you know that I'm crazy. Second of all, you know that one of my favorite things in the world, I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to give anything away, but I love sad, bleak, books, okay? It's very obvious, and it's very obvious as to like where I am. The state of my mind so far in 2024 has just been like very sad and depressed. Like, it's not a shock that I'm a sad person, right? And this book is so fucking sad. So this book actually ended up being the same tone throughout. There wasn't any gore, there was zero violence, there wasn't anything like super crazy that came out of nowhere, you know, which I appreciated because I didn't want it to get that way. This reminds me of, I don't know, some like rich people drama that you would watch on HBO or some shit. Like Euphoria, which is my favorite show of literally all time. This should literally be a show. But the thing is, like I was saying, going back to the fact that I've been sad this year, it's really no secret that I've been fucked up, okay? And me as a person reading this book, it was very cathartic to me. A lot of the conversations that happened between characters felt relatable to me. It's not a happy book. It's very like hopeless and kind of cynical, and that's who I am as a person. If you know me, like I'm not one of those like happy-go-lucky people. Like I'm miserable. I have a very shitty personality. I'm very real. I'm realistic. I'm not gonna like sugarcoat anything. That's what I mean. Like I can't fucking sit here and lie about anything because I'm an angry person. That's just who I am. So I think reading a lot of the like hopelessness and the way that these characters are so desperately trying to like latch on to other people to like kind of fix them, and just, you know, looking for love in the wrong places, how other people make you feel and how you make other people feel. And it's not a happy book, and I'm not a happy person. So I think me being the person that I am at the state of my life that I'm in, this was the perfect read for me. I can't speak on that for everyone else. Like you might read this and just like absolutely hate it for the reasons that I loved it. And you know, like I was saying, if you're looking for some crazy like horror book or gore or violence or something that's going to trigger you, like you might not like this, okay? This is very, very different from a lot of his other books, but I appreciate it. Like I literally just started reading his books like what, in February, because I read Dead Inside and I didn't like it. And this is not Dead Inside, thank God for that. This is the complete opposite of that book. And I think just me like reading his books now, I see the growth and the progression in his writing from those earlier books. I mean, Hate to Feel is still like literally my favorite one, but I do see like the growth of moving away from the unnecessary, like just gross for the sake of being gross or like violent for the sake of being violent type stuff. And I just genuinely really appreciate this book. I don't know, it felt so cathartic to me. I absolutely loved the ending. Everything was so wrapped up. There weren't any loose ends that I could think of. I was literally trying to like pick them out. I was like, there has to be something, right? Because that's just the kind of person that I am. I'm like, there has to be something wrong with fucking everything around me at all times. So I try to find those things, and like I didn't find anything, so I had to give it 5 stars. Michelle, on the other hand, gave it a 4.5 because she was like, you know what, I can't let the one animal cruelty scene slide. And I was like, okay girl, I get it, I understand. So me, on the other hand, it didn't bother me that much. I was up kind of like sweating thinking about that for a little bit, but then I was like, yeah, it's fine. I fell asleep right afterwards then. I love this. I love this so much. It comes out May 14th. Go pre-order it. I'll have a link in the description, or Just go buy it when it comes out. Message me about it. Of course, tag me, message me, whatever you have to do. If you're not on Instagram, comment down below. Let me know that you bought it, that you read it, okay? And I love this so much. I'm gonna be thinking about this for the rest of the day. It low-key, like, ruined my life in the best way possible, which is always what I look for in books. I love books that fucking destroy me in the best way possible. And that's what this one did. Okay, anyways, I'm done. This is a Chandler Morrison fan account. This is the most embarrassing thing about my personality now, so I'm gonna go. I am doing more vlogs in April. I don't know, you guys pressured me into filming multiple vlogs this month, so they're just gonna be coming out at random. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!